hit a home run.
WHPC Sports Talk, nominated for Best Sports Talk Program in the 2023 Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Awards. Listen weekday afternoons at 4, plus Monday mornings at 9 and Tuesday evenings at 11.
The voice of Nassau Community College.
This is the award-winning 90.3 WHPC HD Garden City.
Listen on your smart speaker.
Play WHPC.
And available on Odyssey, TuneIn, iHeart, and on the WHPC app.
90.3 WHPC.
Down the left field line, is it enough? Gone! There it is! 62! Touch first, Mark! You are the new single-season home run king!
I'm not paid to be a role model. I'm paid to wreak havoc on the basketball court.
There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. Yes! Is it the shoes?
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
One of the world's most talented athletes is retiring. It is true what somebody said today. There was Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky in front, saved by Flaherty. The rebound, score!
Favre just threw it perfectly right over him to Corey Bradford. Only Brett Favre could do that. I don't care what you say.
This is WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Game on!
Game on!
Welcome to the Tuesday edition of WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Good afternoon to everyone except Carlos Correa. Joshua Umahi, your host, joined by Eric Williams, Nico Each, Braden Daniello, Franz Compare. How are we doing today, fellas?
No.
No? What do you mean no?
Well, my sports teams are a joke.
Oh, tell us why you're mad.
Well, if you want to start, my teams went for that trifecta this weekend, Josh. Between the Rangers choking another lead, which, you know, we know they love to do. The Jets being the Jets because we still don't have a quarterback and Garrett Wilson is the only offense this team has. And then just, you know, to top it all off this morning with the Carlos Correa news. So, yay. Thinking about jumping off Shea Bridge already. We're not even in spring training yet.
Sheesh. Anybody else in a better mood? I know Nico's probably smiling over there.
I feel great.
You great?
I feel great, Joshua. You know why?
Why is that?
Because Aaron Rodgers is not playing another game in Lambeau Field.
He's not.
Not as a Packer, at least.
You heard that press conference.
Yeah. He's gone.
Yeah.
So is Alan Lazard. Feel great. Feel amazing.
My Jordan Love agenda for the Saints isn't going to come true, is it?
No. But you might get Alan Lazard. Great wide receiver one, Joshua.
Are we on the Mike LaFleur, Matt LaFleur into the sun yet, or?
No. No, we'll get to my thoughts on Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We can't bait him into talking about.
I don't doubt it.
Don't get me started because it's gonna be a good show today.
Yeah, it is. Franz, Eric, how we doing?
Feeling great. Ready for Sunday.
Yeah.
Hope my Giants pull this thing out.
His team's in the playoffs and you're feeling good about it or whatever. This guy's team's in the playoffs.
How does it feel? How does it feel, guys?
How does it feel?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels great.
No.
For a team to be in
Duval,
the playoffs.
baby. Duval.
No, listen.
Duval.
I can't even tell you how it feels. It's just like, it is what it is at this point. You know, we play on Monday. I can't believe I'm saying, oh man, I gotta wait until Monday to see the Cowboys play. And I got some news. They're wearing blue jerseys. Throw them more bad luck. They never went. Grassfield, blue jerseys. Here we go.
Bro, how many interceptions? For Dak?
You know what?
What's like one over under 2?
Under.
Yeah?
Under.
Okay.
1. And it's gonna be off the hands of Noah Brown.
Dak Prescott, what was the stat I saw earlier today? It was he played 12 games, he tied for the lead in interceptions.
Yeah.
That's
15
hard to
interceptions.
do.
Yo, I can tell you, all right. Now, you know, like, I'm not that big of a Dak fan right now, but I can be real. About 8 of those picks was not his fault.
8?
Yeah. I seen a post in the whole thread. It was just like 8 videos.
I mean,
you know, Eric, a turnover is a turnover.
Turnover is a turnover, yeah, but come on, it wasn't his fault.
So you think there should be a stat that like interceptions that were wide receiver faults?
You know, if we incorporate that That wouldn't be a bad idea all the way. But then you're gonna see like CeeDee Lamb 2 interceptions.
Yeah, what if they got
Noah
charged to
Brown.
the wide receiver for
I mean, for some of them, they should be.
Yeah. That's for sure. Let's get into sports talk stuff.
How we have to really talk baseball in January.
I mean, Nico, it's relevant news.
Yeah, and you get to listen to me yell, so.
Yeah.
That's the highlight of my day.
Yeah, exactly. Watching me want to end my life because, the Mets suck, but.
Well, for Nico's sake, let's get right into it. Let's get it over with. Carlos Correa. So, here's the timeline, right? He signed for 13 years, $350 million with the San Francisco Giants on December 13th. So, issue on his physical, doesn't sign there. Who swoops in to sign him? That'd be the New York Mets, who Steve Cohen, he's pissed off 29 of the other owners in baseball and did what he does and swooped in and made the deal, right? So you're thinking the Mets wouldn't make this move if they knew, like, something in the Correa physicals was going to be wrong. Like, maybe they disagree with what the Giants found. That's what I thought. I thought there was no way you would announce this move to the world and not have all your ducks in a row. But they did the physical after, and they found the same thing that the Giants found. And they was like, nah, we got to renegotiate. Correa was like, yeah, I don't really want to renegotiate. I think I like the contract where it is. Goes on for 2.5 weeks, and then today on the January 10th, he signs for 6 years, $200 million with the Minnesota Twins. Goes back to Minnesota. It's a deal that can reach up to $275 million with vesting amounts. I guess that's another word to say incentives. So, Braden, with all that being said, obviously Correa, Mets fans were hyped up about it, me included. I thought it was a big move. They addressed the pitching in both the bullpen and the rotation, but they definitely needed a bat. And before I ask you the question, so all the Yankees fans that are on my phone, like, that like meme video of like Timmy Trumpets playing the funeral music?
Oh, yeah.
Man, the Yankees fans were killing me. But Franz, I'm just saying, maybe there's a small chance now. There was no chance before the Correa signing was made. Maybe there's a small chance now the Yankees might have a better record than the Mets. Very small chance. That's all I'm saying. Like, Yankee fans are doing a parade over the Mets' downfall, but this might be a silver lining.
Maybe.
Who knows if Correa's a cooked product?
He probably is a cooked product.
Yeah, if two teams found something wrong in your physicals, it might be something wrong, but that's for the Minnesota Twins to decide now. And Braden, that's the question. Is this a brutal lost opportunity for the Mets, or did Steve Cohen, Billy Epler, everybody else in the front office dodge a bullet?
Well, I mean, you see, when I first woke up and I saw the news, I was like, I was pissed off. I still am. And it's tough to be honest, Josh, like, maybe there is something in the physicals, but the bottom line is, and did you see what Cohen put in, like, his contract, that he has to do an annual physical every year, that whole thing, which honestly might have been the deciding factor. But I don't know, because it's tough to say, because he had this injury in 2014?
Yeah.
24. So he gets the injury in 2014, but look what he did after that. It's not like he got worse. Now, I don't know if it justifies you giving him a 12-year deal, but then if he goes on and signs for 6 years with the Twins, it doesn't look as good. I'm just saying. You talk about a guy who made the All-Star team 4 times after his injury in 2014. He won a World Series. He really, over the last 3 years, has not. He's played 90% of his games, so the injury, obviously, listen, they know more than us. They know more than me. So obviously, I'm going to say from the outside looking, look at what he did after the injury. It obviously didn't affect him much because he played a bunch of the games, especially over the last couple seasons. But at the same time, it obviously, it was enough for 2 teams to back out of it. So I don't know. It's because the thing about it, as Steve Cohen, and the fan base is going to go at him, and you know what? Honestly, I think a part of me believes that, because I'm tired of lulled Mets, Josh. I'm sick of it. But it's like a culture at this point. I'm sick of making these stupid moves. This is like the Islanders with Panarin. It really is. And me and Nico, it is Nico. Be honest. It is. We thought we had him. He went back to another team. It wasn't a division rival, but he went to another team. He scorned us. So, am I wrong? What are your thoughts on that? Is it Panarin? Is it kind of like that?
I think it's a completely different situation.
How so?
Well, because Panarin went to the Rangers for $2 million less because he wanted to be in the city and not Long Island.
Yeah.
Correa's injured.
Yeah, is he though? Obviously,
for two teams to say nah, yeah, I think so.
Look at the last 8 years since the injury, though.
But still, it's got to be something very concerning.
Yeah, there could be something wrong. It doesn't change the fact that this fan base is going to tear Billy Epler and Steve Cohen to shreds. Which maybe
are they really going to though?
They can't.
I feel like they
can't. They probably will, but it's
we
stupid.
shouldn't. We can't, but we're still going to. That's the thing. Not me in specific, but there are a bunch of Met fans who will. I can guarantee you that.
I'll know. We'll see what the caller has to say. First caller of the day on WHPC Sports Talk. Caller, who are you? Where are you calling from?
It's Frankie from Flushing. How are you guys?
Hey, Frankie.
Good. Yeah, I'm a diehard Yankee fan, but I got to say, this Correa thing, I'm not dancing on the Mets' grave with this because I think it's a good thing they didn't get him. I mean, it's a ton of money. It's a ton of years. He might have given you a couple of good years, but do you really want to be paying that guy that kind of money towards the tail end of this guy's career? If anything, Met fans should rejoice in they have an owner that's not afraid to throw money around. Correa is not the be-all, end-all. And in the years coming, there's going to be guys, becoming free agents that, Cohen has proven to you guys, listen, I'm all about throwing the money around. This guy's not the ultimate answer. They'll get somebody, and they'll continue to get good players as long as he owns them.
That's my entire point, Frankie. Like, and Braden, I would disagree with Mets fans are going to kill Steve Cohen, Billy Epler. I don't think so at all.
They already are.
Well,
but they shouldn't.
They shouldn't, but they are. I'm not saying that. I agree they shouldn't because. What am I going to ask for? The Wilpons back? So they shouldn't, but they still are going to.
That's not
they
even the reason,
have.
though. That's not even the reason because LOL Mets, it's a thing, yeah, but it's some Mets fans contributing to that. Like the fact that Steve Cohen and Billy Epler are getting killed for everything they've done this offseason, for not signing a guy or committing 12 years, $315 million to a guy that has a cooked ankle. Like, I think there's a lot more things like that could go wrong in this Cohen tenure than that. That's just me.
And let me tell you something. The Giants, after they lost out on Judge, they were just dying to throw big money at somebody. And if they bailed on Correa, that says something as well.
It's if it's one team with like a really strict physical process, I get it, but it's the Giants and the Mets. And the one thing about the Mets and the kind of stigma that's around them now across baseball and sports is that this guy Steve Cohen just came in, he's the richest Mets fan in the world, and he's just blindly spending money. But if you really look at it, it's smart spending. He let DeGrom go, he signed Verlander to a shorter deal, so you still have two aces in the rotation, same stuff he had last year. He fixed the bullpen. Him and Billy Epler fixed the bullpen. Like it's spending. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's the highest payroll in baseball. All that stuff. But it's smart spending. So if you look at it, they've done enough in free agency. Now the trades are another thing, but they've done enough in free agency to kind of show me like I'm not going to kill them for passing on a guy who already failed one physical and failed their physical. And if Steve Cohen wants to say like, yo, I want a physical every single year, like think about how bad that ankle has to be. Every year?
It has to be really bad.
That's what I'm saying. The Giants were just dying to give money away, and they backed out. So that told me a lot right there. They're just dying to sign some superstar, and then they wound up getting nobody. But I mean,
hey, they got Conforto. They got Michael Conforto.
Oh yeah, superstar. If I'm a Mets fan, which I'm not, but if I was, I would be just really happy with this owner. Like I said, one guy is not going to make that team that much better. And you know what? They still may pull a trade off. And going forward, I could absolutely see them, going for the big name on the market every year.
I'm already at the place now as a Mets fan. I've kind of, I don't want to say I'm expecting it, but Shohei Ohtani, like, that's the guy.
He's coming.
That's the guy. I know it's going to be a bidding war between him and the Dodgers, but
he's going to New York, baby.
That's going to be the crown jewel of this Cohen Epler thing. And Machado's going to be available next year too. So let's not. I know it's Carlos Correa. We need a bat this year, but there are still trades to be made. I still expect the trades to happen for the Mets, whether Correa signed or not. Like, I'm just not gonna. I don't want to go crazy on this just because like we know if it's two teams that passed on this guy because of his ankle, and this is a great. Well, I don't want to say great player. He's a very, very, very top echelon player when he's at his best and healthy. And the Mets could have used that. The Mets won 101 games without him, and and they've made the team better. I think
I mean, you won 101 games last year. If you were a 70, 80 win team and you wanted to get that big bat in your lineup and try to, improve like that, I'd be a little disappointed maybe. But they're a good team, man, and they don't need him. They just don't.
Final question for you, Frankie. How you from Flushing and you a Yankees fan? I always wondered that.
I'll tell you. I tell this story all the time. I was born in Flushing. My father was born. He was actually born in Brooklyn, and he was a huge Yankee fan in Brooklyn, which is, that was a sin back then.
Yeah.
So he was a Yankees fan, and when I was born, I didn't even know about the Mets. All my father did was Yankee, 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 Yankee games, Yankees on TV, Yankee, uniform that I wore as a little kid. I was brought up on the Yankees, and that was it.
He spoiled you from early on. That's
yeah. Well, I'm glad he did. I mean, I root for the Mets, and I actually went to the '86 World Series Game 2. I root for the Mets. I'm not one of those guys that loves the Yankees, hates the Mets. I mean, I'm a New York guy, and when the Yankees are playing the Mets, it's one thing. But when they're not, I root for the Mets.
You explained yourself. Fair enough. I got to accept it. Thanks for the call, Frankie.
All right, guys. Bye.
Any more callers with opinions on the Carlos Correa signing that wasn't for the New York Mets, or if you have any other sports-related questions you want to ask us, topics to bring up, 516-572-7440. I don't know. I agree with Frankie in the sense that, like, the Mets, they dodged the bullet. I think over time, and Correa might make an all-star team this year. People are going to be like, oh, you could have had Carlos Correa and all this stuff, and say Brett Beatty struggles and Eduardo Escobar struggles, and Brett Beatty, guys that are going to have to fill that role right now. And I say right now because I still expect trades to happen. But
well, what trade would you do to bring? You're not going to trade for a third baseman at this point. You have too many options, I would think. Escobar. Well, the good news is for this, if you're Eduardo Escobar, your job is saved now. I mean, I would assume, unless you start Beatty more games, which honestly I could see. And Ronnie Mauricio, who he's a shortstop prospect, so obviously you're probably going to play him at third if you bring him up. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. We've still got the whole season to watch and see what happens, see if the Mets will regret this. And then also, honestly, 6-year deal. So what, $200 million for 6 years, right?
Yeah.
So that's roughly around, what, 35 a season?
Yeah.
So
you a math major? That was impressive.
No, I actually suck at math. I dropped my first math class here.
It was quick math.
Yeah. I don't know. To be fair, the math class was just like symbols. It wasn't even numbers.
Oh,
it was one of those.
Life is a big symbol, Braden.
Yeah.
when they dropped them letters in math, that was the end of it.
Nah, it was dumb.
Letters and numbers are not. They don't fit.
Have we ever used y equals mx plus b or whatever?
Don't get me started.
You actually use it in your everyday life,
bro. How's that?
I don't know.
All right.
They just told me we did. They never explained how though.
I'm
when you put your pants on, that's actually that's the Y part. And then,
I'm just not going to believe
Josh doesn't wear pants.
Nah. Yeah. I'm actually commando right now.
Free spirits in this studio.
I'm not. I'm kidding. Maybe. Let's move on. 516-572-7440. Again, that's the number to dial. You're listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College. 90.3 WHPC. Joshua Umahi joined by Eric Williams, Nico Weech, Braden Daniello, and Franz Compare. Let's get to them damn Knicks. Let me take a
Realize how negative this sports show is going to be today, except for the Giants.
Yeah, I gotta kill this team. Listen,
you got it.
They have a winning record. They top 7 seed right now. There's a lot of season left. They play the Pacers, who are ahead of them on Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. On Wednesday tomorrow, but I'm tired of seeing, like, if you're just gonna lose, you get blown out. This team is in every single game. They're up double digits in most of them. And they're up 17 against the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks. They don't have Middleton. Drew Holiday shooting like 1 for 30 in the first 3 quarters. It's looking like a good dub. And then I don't know what happens. I feel like everybody except Jalen Brunson loses their mind in the fourth quarter. And that's just how the games go for a lot of them. A lot of them for the Knicks this year, but we have a caller that wants to get in on the topic. Caller, you're on. What you want to talk about?
This is Charlie from Flow Park.
Charlie, what's up?
Charlie. I just had a couple of things I wanted to. I didn't even know about the Correa thing. I think the Mets dodged a real bullet for this. First of all, these players are always older by the time they sign these massive contracts. This guy's already hurt.
He's 28 years old now, too. If he stayed with that contract with the Mets, he would have ended at age 40, 41.
Nah, it's insane. You know my opinion. I've said this many times. It's insanity what they're doing. I think the Mets got really, really lucky. You build with good young players, obviously. I just want to bring up a couple of things, if I might.
Sure, go ahead.
Number one, DeMar Hamlin. He actually got on an airplane and went back home to Buffalo.
You talk about a quick recovery. Like I was praying for this guy. I thought he was going to be like, I didn't want to call him a vegetable, but I thought that's a long time to go without oxygen to your brain.
Yeah,
that's the point. I think the
7
point
minutes?
is that they were right there and they defibrillated him immediately. He's 24 years old. You can't be in better physical shape. The doctors are using the word ecstatic, and everything I know about cardiac arrest, it's virtually a miracle.
If you're gone, but I want to say if you're not breathing for 1 minute, that's enough that's enough to mess you up for a long time, if not take you out. So the fact that he's already back home in Buffalo,
it's a miracle. It's virtually just everything I know about out of hospital cardiac arrest. It's a miracle. But again, there were doctors they were there within a minute. They defibrillated him, and now the key thing is, did he have any damage to his heart? Did he have a heart attack? Obviously, when you kill heart tissue, that's not good prognostically, but let's hope for the best. So far, a miracle. The other thing I wanted to mention was Kevin Durant getting hurt.
Yeah, your Nets, they're in the same spot as they were last year, even though it's supposed to be a less severe injury.
That's the problem with these older players. I've been waiting for this. I've been absolutely waiting for it. He gets hurt every year. He was having a virtual MVP season, his best year, but God, he's fragile. When he was younger, he probably wouldn't have sustained this injury. Maybe he would have dodged Butler. I don't know. It's just so depressing. Now he's going to be gone a month, and you hope for the best, but these modern athletes, it seems like their major talent is getting injured. I can't explain it.
What's tough about this, if you're a Nets fan, and I know I clown them, all 7 of y'all, but it's funny because this team was just hitting their stride, right? They were just rolling.
Oh, they were doing great.
KD's on the floor healthy. Kyrie's finally on the court for, a full-time basis. Ben Simmons is kind of figuring out his role. Like, it was a lot of good stuff happening, and then just like last year, somebody lands on KD's leg, and he's gone for a couple weeks.
It's unfortunate. But hopefully he can come back and they can get going again, and nobody else gets hurt. It's like you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop in sports. I think they play too hard, and they hit the weight room too hard. I don't remember Walt Frazier ever getting hurt. Ever.
Well, Walt Frazier had that dog in him, number one. So
I don't want to hear that, bro.
What you mean?
They was barely making contact. They didn't have no moves in the bag. They was out here like dribbling in circles around each other.
Oh, come on, man. You can't disrespect the game like that.
Nah, disrespect no game. It wasn't no game back then.
Come on.
I would have dropped 50 on them cats.
You tell me.
And I'm trash.
This man said Bob Cousy is food.
Yes, bro.
Jim Havlicek is food.
What you think, bro? What you think Brian Scalabrini's gonna do to Bob Cousy, bro? He's gonna kill him, bro.
Not big on old-time basketball.
He said what?
How you gonna disrespect history like this?
Sorry, bro. It's no disrespect. It's the facts.
And the last thing I wanted to mention was TCU putting up a wonderful...
That's it. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you let them in the college football playoffs. That's what the college football playoffs get for not putting
Monday
Alabama
Night
in
Massacre.
No,
I think we should take Georgia and put them right into the NFL playoffs.
Georgia versus Houston. I need to see it.
They are.
Honestly.
They're just ridiculous.
What was so nasty about that loss is that, like, for my money, I'm an LSU fan. We'll never see a better football team than 2019 LSU.
Never.
So you're naturally going to have people saying, oh, would you rather have 2022 Georgia? I'm like, shut up. TCU wasn't ready for it. They didn't know what they were walking into. They were just happy to be there. They had Georgia players getting food during the game.
How did they beat Michigan?
How did they beat Michigan? That was a
because
great
Michigan be like, they be performing.
JJ McCarthy's your guy?
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough.
Nah.
He just had a rough game.
That's Jim Harbaugh for you.
Do you guys know that in the old days the NFL champ would play the college All-Stars?
What?
I didn't. What?
They need to bring. No, he's right.
They need to bring.
Bro, that should be illegal. Like,
Yeah, no, they did. They played.
grown
The Green Bay
men.
Packers would play the college All-Stars and beat them, but that's
so.
something.
Yeah. Did the college All-Stars ever win a game?
I don't know. I'd have to Google that. I don't know.
Bro, if they did
doubt
that
it.
current day,
Doubt it.
Stetson Bennett has to play for the NFL team.
Stetson Bennett should be in a
He can't
retirement
play with
home
the
at this
college
point.
All-Stars.
This dude is 25.
25.
Yo, why you got an agenda against the oldest?
Respectfully, Joshua. Stetson Bennett's 25 and the punter for TCU was 31.
Yes,
Yo,
bro, I seen
that's
that.
ridiculous.
I heard that.
And they said he's going to come back for another year next season.
He has one more year of eligibility.
Bro, he's like a 12-year senior, bro. Like,
Get out your mom's basement, bro. It's
These
more
are
than like the punting.
scholar athletes. Anyway, keep up the good work, gentlemen.
Great
All
call,
right,
Charlie. Thank you as always.
You know, one thing that really shocked me about Charlie was just like, you're a Nets fan. Like, come on. Like, I expect you to be like one of those old New Yorkers, a Knicks fan. You know, talk about the Garden and West 34th. But no, he came in talking about KD.
dang, why you get on Charlie soon as you get off the phone? Like, he might want to defend
All respect
himself.
to Charlie. All respect to Charlie. Listen, we're better than the fan. All respect to Charlie, right? But
We're way better than the fan.
hey, listen,
Clearly.
come on. You can't talk
Clearly.
about the basketball players in the 70s like that. Walt Frazier and Pistol Pete and them. Come on. You got to put some respect on that game.
Eric, allegedly Charlie is not a Mets fan. He's actually a Guardians fan because they have the longest playoff drought.
No. I was saying.
I thought you thought he
the
was a
Nets.
Mets fan.
He's a Nets
Oh,
fan.
Nets. I thought you said Mets.
Yo, JJ Barea front versus what old player I want to choose? Yeah, Bob Cousy, who's winning?
JJ Barea. Like, what?
JJ Barea has some dog in him.
Bro,
though.
JJ Barea had the ratchet, bro. He had the ratchet, bro. He step on the court, he giving you like 3 threes, bro.
That's an NBA champion.
I'm saying.
Alfred Payton or Pistol Pete?
Alfred Payton.
No.
Alfred Payton.
You might have gone too far with that one, bro.
Alfred Payton, bro.
Pistol Pete was before his time.
Bro, listen.
He was.
Alfred, he was before his time, but he's not with these times.
Come on.
Alfred Payton is out here doing plyometrics while Pistol Pete would finish his game and probably go fix a pipe in somebody's sink.
That was because of the salaries back then. I mean,
But Alfred Payton is violating that boy. He's in him with an in and out spin move, shoulder in his chest, laying him. He might even dunk on him. I'm not gonna lie. If we talking one-on-one, I'm taking Alfred Payton over Pistol Pete. But if we talking as a team player, I'm taking Pistol Pete over Alfred Payton.
Yo, you must be one of those dudes that don't believe Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game was real.
I don't believe it.
I agree. There's no video.
Come on,
There's
no video. Like,
this man wrote
cameras
100
wasn't
on
on.
the paper.
Listen, now if we talking like old ball players, but not super old, like a Larry Bird, that's my guy right there. Larry Bird is tough. Dr. J and them, like, they had some swag to the game. Like, they had the fundamentals, but they also had the how would you say it, like, spectacular part where they do something fancy.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna give respect to David Thompson either.
Who is that?
Come on.
Who is that?
Come on.
I never even heard of
Josh,
him.
help me.
Nah, Eric's just mixing names together.
Bro, David Thompson dropped 70.
He's a great player.
Yo, who's David Thompson? That's Klay Thompson's dad or something? Who is that?
All right, I'm with Eric. We're not going to disrespect basketball history like this. Oh, yo, I feel like we're going to come back to this at some point during the show.
We have to.
Yeah, but quickly on the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, career high 44 points, 15 of 30 from the floor. Francie, all 10 of his free throws.
Oh, my God. Thank God, bro.
Right. Julius Randle, the most impressive disaster class I've ever seen in my life. He shot 9 of 29.
Oh my God.
He still had 25 and 16. I'm like,
Yo.
Okay, Julius, making something out of nothing. Emmanuel quickly played well off the bench. Oh, actually starting. He's been a lot better as a starter with 23 points. But, like, what's the truth of this team real quick? Are they a good team that just can't close out games? Are they just mid? Are they just happy to be there against good teams?
They can't.
What's the deal?
They can't close out. I mean, all right. I like how you put on the topic sheet. What is the truth of this team and the franchise?
I don't know. I don't know.
James Dolan,
Leon Rose.
Oh my God. Who would you rather have? I mean, like, you James Dolan or Sava?
Oh, oof. Damn.
Sarver's just he's just cheap.
Sarver's a little.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Sarver.
Talk about the other.
Right. Mm-hmm. Of course, because
he just
pushes it under the rug.
Just a little edgy.
Yeah.
Nico.
He writes the checks. We got a new owner though. Huh?
Yeah, how you feel about that? We never asked you about that.
We stink.
The Suns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Devin Booker hurt though.
Yo, we need to make a trade for like Kuzma or something.
Julius Randle doesn't interest you?
No. I mean, yeah, it's another scorer. I mean, yo, honestly, I'll take another scorer at this point. That's what we need. Chris Paul, CP0, cut the lead down to 41.
Again, he did it again. That's crazy. I don't know what to make of the Suns. I don't know about Devin Booker. I don't know if I think he's gonna sign a long-term max with them because I think he's a free agent. 2 years.
Devin Booker?
Yeah,
he signed already.
He did
5-year supermax.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been out of tune because I'm watching Bob Cousy highlights right now.
No way.
I'm literally watching it, bro. Y'all can't be serious.
I didn't say nothing about Bob Cousy, but come on.
That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I want y'all to go home and really watch this, and then come back and really tell me Kyrie's not violating.
That tween between the legs.
Yo, he really did a Kareem sky hook like this. It didn't even look coordinated, bro. He just threw it up. All right, I'm done disrespecting. I'm sorry.
You're not, though. You're not. We got a caller. I feel like I know who this is. Caller, what's up?
Hey, it's me, Ross.
It's Ross.
What's up, Ross? Hey, what's up?
Hey, I was going to say the Knicks, it's time to sell the team. Sell it.
First off, I thought you were you finished being a Knicks fan after they blew that 9-point lead.
I'm telling you what's best to do. Sell it. You get like 7 first-round picks back for this team.
Damn. I mean, Ross, I'm going to ask you the question. Like, what should the Knicks... Actually, no, what's the truth of this team? Are they a good team that just doesn't have a closer? I know Jalen Brunson is trying to fill that role, but he's 5'11" on a good day. Like, he's doing what he can.
Exactly. They're not... to me, the Knicks, anytime there's a close game, I don't think they're equipped to closing it. When you look at the roster, like Brunson, as you said, is not a guy that's used to having the ball in his hands the whole time. So that's number one. Julius Randle, although he's been good this year, you don't know what he is late in the game. And you have young players that are inexperienced, so they're not equipped to win close games. So when you play a team like the Bucks in a close game, you're going to lose. It wasn't that horrible of a loss.
Yeah, I think we're missing that star. Like JB's killing, but like this is JB's first year, like really like being the guy of the team. So we can't expect him to really like put the Knicks franchise on his back and take us all the way. He still has to get used to that leader role.
You know why Knicks fans annoy me? Sorry, Ross. You know why Knicks fans annoy me? It's like every time Quentin Grimes makes 2 threes in a row. Oh, you really wanted to trade Quentin Grimes for Donovan Mitchell? How could you want that? Look at him. Shut up, please. Like, stop. They're nice young players, but it's Donovan Mitchell we're talking about. Yeah.
Let me see Quentin Grimes.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather be this team's Knicks or would you rather be the Knicks of last year?
I'd rather be this year's Knicks.
Yeah, I'd rather be this year's Knicks.
Yeah.
All right, so that means they're improving. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Wait, Josh, don't make that face.
They're barely like moving the needle though.
No, listen. I said I would have started the rebuild now, but they did not do that. They want to keep going this mediocre route, and I disagree with it.
You know what, Ross? I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear the team out. If they don't get me a damn star in the next 3 years,
you jumping ship?
No, you better not.
I'm not jumping ship.
That's a long time without superstars.
So when I move on from here, right, I'm going to remember this conversation, and in 3 years, they don't get me a star, I'm going to circle back and be like, I'm just going to go scorched earth. Yeah. Like, there's no way that was your plan, and then you wind up with nothing.
You could be a Brooklyn fan. They have superstars over there.
Listen. I've been to one Knicks game. I've been to one Knicks game since Melo left. So that's how much I don't care.
You know which one that was? I'm interested in which one that was.
Well, the last time I've been to a Knicks game was last year.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
I mean, they lost.
Yeah, of course they did. Anyone can come into the Garden and drop a career high, season high. I literally told France before the show yesterday, yo, watch out, Joe Ingles season high coming up.
Facts.
That's what he did.
Bro, Bob Cousy might drop a career high on us.
He might.
And, by the way, I'll leave you off with this. The Rangers stink. Sell the team.
Yo, Ross's solution to everything is sell the team.
Okay.
Saying sell. Trade Panarin, trade Sabadjak. Come on.
All right, hold on.
Ross is just upset.
Let's not go that far.
It's okay.
Ross is
We can fire the head coach though. That would be great.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Barry Trotz or Joe Quenneville. Make it happen.
I don't think
Trotz now.
Maybe Quenneville. I would like to see Quenneville.
Is it safe to say Gallant's like ice hockey Tibbs?
He might be.
I think he's a little better than Tibbs, but
I don't know.
Both teams are very similar. They both. If you play like the Rangers, if you played 2 periods, they'd be the best team in the NHL, or one of the best. The Knicks, if you play a half, they'll probably be the best team in the NBA. If they just made those new rules, they'd be the best team.
Because
he's not wrong.
They also lost Saturday because the Rangers just forgot what the term defense means. They probably played their worst defensive game that maybe I've ever seen. Probably one of the worst.
When you play explosive teams, they're not equipped to doing that. I'm just telling you now.
Ross, you covered a lot of things. The number one thing I've taken from your call is that you're definitely James Dolan's number one fan. You're firmly in his support system.
Listen, I'll leave you with this. If I saw Dolan, I'm leaving the building. So I'm sorry.
You know what? And Ross, thanks for the call, bro. That's probably nicer than what a lot of Knicks fans would do if they saw James Dolan in front of them.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
I really
take him to the guillotine.
Like, you see where I get.
Take him to the gallows. Forget the guillotine.
You see where I get. Slow. They haven't had a star player since Melo, and I just gave up at Frank Ntilikina.
Wait, you used to be a Knicks fan?
Yeah.
And then you went to the Phoenix Suns?
Bro, I was like, nah. You know what? I like Devin Booker. Let's go to Phoenix.
Nah, bro. People like you have no heart.
Bro, how old were you?
How could you do something like that?
Wait, how old were you?
This is 6 years ago.
All right, that's fair. He was 12, 13. That's okay.
What do you mean that's okay?
That's okay.
Nah.
No, when you're that age, you can't really understand the loyalty of sports yet.
Nah, I understand it. When Melo hit that wing three over who? Taj Gibson, and had the Garden going crazy, I knew from that moment I can't never leave this team alone.
You really about to hate me. So in 2005, I was a Giants fan.
What?
Yeah, and then Hurricane Katrina happened. I was like 8 years old.
That's okay.
No. He was 8.
You can't understand sports really like that yet.
Exactly. Hurricane Katrina happened. The Saints made the NFC Championship. I'm like, okay, I can rally behind this.
Wait,
bro. Only for
how did you feel after the Giants won the
cause.
Super Bowl?
I was sick. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Then the Saints won. I was like, all right. Then the Giants won again. I was like, damn. But listen, it happens when you're that young. Like you're still figuring out things.
No, I understood the loyalty, like, because I've been a Cowboys fan my whole life. I've been a Tar Heels fan my whole life. Those are two teams that I will always ride with. I obviously, like, I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I'm a Dodgers fan. I became an Alabama fan in 2012 when Trent Richardson was going off, right?
Damn, Trent, that's a blast from the
Trent
past,
Richardson. Bro. I mean, like, he
should have been so much better in the NFL. I don't know what he was on.
And he was good, like, his first year.
Because them outside people, bro, stripping him for his money. And the next thing you know, it was killing him inside, and then it progressed onto the field, bro. That's what it was, bro.
Yo, the hole would be right there. He would just boom right into like the offensive line.
He wasn't right in the mind, bro.
Wants to be hurt.
He was not right in the mind, bro.
Just wants pain.
I'll end this topic with this, right? I met Raymond Felton and J.R. Smith. When the Knicks traded Raymond Felton, I cried. I'm so serious. When they traded him to Denver for Melo, I cried.
That's how down bad we were because we finally had like a half decent point guard. Like, no.
Bro, Raymond Felton was that guy, but in all reality, it needed to be done.
Yo, remember when he yawned in the huddle that one time? It was an overtime game. He's so tired. The Knicks are funny too.
Raymond Felton got the ill dad bod now. I seen a video of him recently.
Man, he had the dad ball he was playing though.
Yeah, he did, but now it's like ill. Like ill. Like it's
Is
crazy.
that bad?
Yeah, it's that bad.
Raymond Felton or Bob Cousy?
Raymond Felton, of course. Like,
damn, still all right.
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
But J.R. Smith, that's my favorite player right there. He's the GOAT.
I like that time he posted booty on Twitter. Y'all remember that?
Yo, he's done a lot.
He's done a lot.
He's done a lot.
Bro, he's a golf champion, collegiate golf champion.
Yeah, he is.
Remember when he was out clubbing?
NCAT legend.
He was out clubbing with Rihanna during the playoffs. He would go out there shoot like 0 of 13.
Yo, LeBron ruined his career. I don't care.
I agree. I completely agree with that.
Turn him into a sharpshooter. That's not him.
Yo, nah. Listen,
not even a good sharpshooter.
When this man,
you okay, Eric?
Nah, it's just like the fact you said let's get the Burger King ad in the vault. Like,
oh no,
I'm all for it.
We should.
That's a missed opportunity.
Whopper,
Let's just throw it in the intro.
Junior.
Shut up, bro. I hate. Oh my god.
I saw a compilation. It was like 16 screens. It was all the ads just 1 second apart, just playing.
Yo, every time
it was my hell.
Yo, Andy Dalton would throw the meanest pick sixes. That commercial would come on every single time. I promise you. That Burger King damn commercial, yo.
They know what they're doing. They played after DeMar Hamlin situation.
They did. Yes. Like, what are we doing? They got to be stopped. Oh my God. That's a good segue into football. The football topic.
Great. Yay.
The New York Jets. I wanted to get to you first, Braden.
Braden, before you even start, like
what?
You can't
what?
You can't even be mad about this season. I ain't gonna lie, I had the Jets winning like 3 games.
Yeah, but I am because because
you start
you
7-4.
Yeah, when you start 7-4 and then you lose out and then you miss the playoffs for a 13th straight season, what am I supposed to be?
All
what?
Right.
Okay, Sauce Gardner looks great. You know, the young talent looks great. We don't have a quarterback still.
The team looks
but don't worry,
you have no quarterback.
Bryce Young, he'll get drafted. We'll actually no, we're not going to develop a quarterback. Admit it.
What do you mean?
We can't develop a quarterback.
You can develop a good quarterback. Zach Wilson's garbage.
He is garbage. I don't have any confidence in his organization.
He threw one good throw in his pro day.
Yeah, and we looked at it and said, we're like the meme with that guy from behind the tree, like, give me that. Like, I want that. Like, no, like, bro, he ain't
Spice
the answer.
Adams?
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Should have drafted him second overall.
Let him cook.
What's the question, Josh? What do you want me to answer in my pain and misery from watching this team?
What changes you want to see? You want to see Mike LaFleur go? You want to see Zach Wilson? What you want?
You know what? It came. Well, obviously Zach Wilson, he can go. You know, I'm not going to say the words. It's not proper for sports radio.
I can press the dump button.
No, it's good. I won't do that to you.
All right.
You know what? It came to me the other day. You know what? The coach, get me an actual quarterback, and then I could decide the fate of the coaching staff. Well, Mike LaFleur, maybe he might have to go. But in terms of like Saleh, get me someone he could actually work with. So say they get a quarterback this offseason, the result is the same.
Yeah.
Then we drag all those people to the gallows and we, sling them up one by one. That's different then. But the quarterback, this team did not score a touchdown the final 3 weeks of the season, Josh. The last 3 weeks of the season, Greg Zuerlein was the only person in a Jets uniform that put up points. Think about that.
4 quarterbacks in 3 weeks.
Yeah. And Zach Wilson is probably the worst of them, and he's competing with Joe Flacco's zombified corpse. No, he probably is.
Chris Trevler's throw was really bad.
You act like Zach probably wouldn't even have seen him. Zach would have overthrown him.
That's better than underthrowing, in my opinion.
No, probably not.
Now he was wide open. That one play on Thursday night, he was wide open.
You have to remind me. I went and I saw it myself. I wanted to jump off the 200 second.
You saw T-Law just win a game in MetLife.
Yeah, I watched. It was the stereotypical Jets game this weekend. The defense plays great. The offense doesn't show up, aside from poor Garrett Wilson, who did all he could. And I hate this team. I just hate them. They're an idea.
They averaged 5 points a game in the last 3 games.
Yeah, that should tell. But don't worry. The Jets defense doesn't force turnovers, Josh. That's the problem.
Yeah.
No, all these analysts are a bunch of. I can't say the word. Well, I could. The R word. I'm not going to say it.
Oh
though.
Wow.
Yeah. But the most overrated.
Reasonable.
No, not reasonable. Not reasonable.
Okay.
Believe me, it's not reasonable.
Right.
The Jets, the most overrated defense. They never force turnovers. Bro, look at the offense. Look, you've been through 4 quarterbacks, and your number 2 overall pick might be the worst between Joe Flacco, Chris Trevler, and Mike White is probably the best. Think about that. But no, the defense is the issue. Please, give me a break. So once again, we're sitting here at the end of another season, and Derek's point why aren't you happy? Because it's the same old. Because next year never comes, Eric. Because next year never happens. It doesn't. I've been waiting for next year since the AFC Championship game. Think about that. It's like, And the team is young. Yeah, Garrett Wilson looks great. Yeah, Sauce Gardner looks great. Yeah, the defense looks great. But why should I believe anything is going to change at this point? Because it hasn't yet, so why should I believe now?
Do you ever argue with Patriots fans?
About what? About what?
Mid off.
Listen, because
think about this team's Super Bowl this season, Eric, was the Patriots not making the playoffs. But then again, that's been this organization's Super Bowl for the last 13 years. The Patriots didn't make it. Great. But that's all we have. We have nothing else. What was your question? I'm sorry for interrupting.
I mean, you got improvement. You see the defense. You got the nice defense. All you need is that quarterback. Now, at this point, what do? You go and get Derek Carr.
Well, you see, I would think we do one of those moves. But Robert Saleh, Bobby, good old Bobby. He's like, no, we got to give Zach Wilson another chance. All right. So why should I be excited then?
I don't believe that though.
No, he's just staying face.
He better.
Zach Wilson.
Because if not, we're screwed.
He's going to read a book, go on a beach, figure himself out.
And he'll stay on the beach because he's not going back to New York.
But just imagine Zach Wilson just comes back. Even if it's not with the Jets, just imagine Zach Wilson plays a game and he has the greatest game of his career. I mean, it's not saying much.
But don't worry. Whoever's the starting QB next season for the Jets, he's going to make their life a living hell. Yeah, it's just going to be because he's sleeping with that guy's mom. But, I mean, no, he's terrible. He's not doing anything. He's not going anywhere. He was pulled for Chris Streveler, and then, you see, why wouldn't you play him yesterday or Sunday when there was no point? Because my friend's like, increase his trade value, and I concurred him by saying that the more Zach Wilson plays, the more his trade value goes down. But, play him in a meaningless game. But honestly, thank God Sunday's game was meaningless, because if that's how we got eliminated, that would just be another 13 years for Jets fans. You might as well make the drought 26 years at that point. I hate this team.
Man.
That was a good bookend to that point, Braden. I think Jets fans, a lot of Jets fans.
Bobby and Gase and Mike LaFleur all to Cancun, with Pat Bev.
How Adam Gase is going to catch a stray like that?
Because he should catch every stray ever.
You're right.
All the stray bullets for him.
It's crazy. The Jets seen what he did in Miami, and they said, "No, let him cook. We gonna bring him to New York."
What was he cooking?
As they're 0-13. Hold up, let him cook. Yeah, what's he cooking? A 1-star meal?
Win against the Rams, baby.
Yeah, win against the Rams. What did that get us, Josh? Where did that get this team? You remember?
Yeah. Generational talent on the board. You got to win that game in LA.
Yeah. Who went number one?
Trevor Lawrence.
Where's Trevor Lawrence now?
In the playoffs, baby.
In the playoffs.
Duval.
Of course.
You can still get Bears got the number 1 pick. Go get Justin Fields. Right, you're wrong. Go right, you're wrong.
Or get the first pick.
Demolish MetLife. Demolish it. I hate this team.
We can find the body of Jimmy Hoffa. It's about time.
Honestly, bro, give Adam Gase and Mike LaFleur's ACLs to the MetLife turf. Screw them.
I need to see what's under the turf.
Think, are the Jets willing to give up 2 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks for Justin Fields?
The question should be, what can you give up for the first overall pick?
They're not drafting another quarterback, bro. They've given up. You really think that after missing on Sam Darnold, and I know Zach Wilson sucks.
Did they miss on Sam Darnold? They had Adam Gase as a head coach.
I don't know. Sam looked actually pretty decent the last couple of weeks.
Yes, he looks like a good, competent quarterback.
I know Zach Wilson sucks. I don't believe it at this point, Nico. Why should I believe it? Why should I believe it anymore?
Zach Wilson was never of the pedigree as Bryce Young or CJ Stroud.
Yeah, that's what you tell me, but then he'll go to the Jets and it'll be the same damn story.
It's obvious, though.
I agree. There are some guys that are just projects.
I don't believe it.
Bryce Young and CJ Stroud ain't projects.
Those are.
I don't believe it. I'll believe
those are franchise quarterbacks.
All right, y'all want me to be honest with y'all? I think CJ Stroud is better than Bryce Young.
I completely agree.
I agree with that.
I gotta be real.
I think ability they can match ability for ability, but what CJ Stroud has on Bryce Young is that Bryce Young is
5'10".
He's like me playing quarterback. Let's be real.
He's Kyler Murray.
He's
Kyler Murray.
No, come on. He's 6 foot flat.
No, he's not. He's 5'10".
You seen him standing next
to
Mark.
He's 5'10".
See him standing next to Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram's 5'9". He was right there. I mean, it doesn't matter to me because we've seen Kyler Murray and Drew Brees and guys like that make it in the league. So it's a talking point for GMs, really. But if you're the Jets, you got to find any avenue to find a quarterback. I think that's the bottom line because whether it's Jimmy G, Derek Carr, okay, go win your 9 games, maybe make the playoffs next year.
I wouldn't do that. I'd rather go draft that first overall pick.
I wouldn't.
Derek Carr really moves the needle for you. He had Devontae Adams, and he couldn't do anything.
And are the Raiders just going to? Are they going to try to trade him, or are they just going to cut him?
Cut him. You have Jarrett Stidham. Him.
God.
That's your Eric's face when you said that.
See, Nico, I would believe something you're saying. I honestly don't know where this team goes from. I feel like no matter who they put at QB, it's just going to be the same end result because I'm just used to this being the end result.
I just think you're in a miserable state. Do
you blame me, though?
It's been a couple days. I think you need to come back to earth.
He sounded like me 2 days ago. Like, I was just like, we're not going to win. It is what it is. No, come on. Come back down. Come back down.
Welcome to my world. The Packers missed the playoffs. Welcome to the last 13 years of my life.
It's not like I haven't experienced this in the last 5 years.
Well, no, you see your teams in the playoffs often. I've seen this. I don't even remember the AFC Championship.
You shouldn't be this mad.
Well, no, but I am because I'm sick of the same old Jets.
And they actually had potential this year.
Yeah, they were 7-4. You see, the way they did it, Eric, and you say improvement, I get it. But the way they did it makes it unsatisfiable. You would think 7 wins, that's great compared to the last 3-4 seasons. But no, they had to find the most painful way to do it. That's why it's so unsatisfiable for this fan base.
They gave you everything good in the first half.
And then they fell straight off a cliff.
They had Jets fans in the first half, I ain't gonna lie. 7-4 start.
Man, if Breece Hall didn't get injured.
Yeah, and what's
they're
funny?
In the playoffs.
I remember
so. 1,000%.
I remember vividly the show we did when Dom was sitting in the seat. He was like, "We all know Zach Wilson's gonna have to step up. Will he do it?"
Right.
You know what? He wasn't too bad those first 3 games.
He wasn't, but then
once Breece Hall got injured, everything went downhill.
It's almost coincidental that the second the run game got taken out, Zach Wilson forgot how to play. Probably because the only playing he did was just handing the ball off to Breece. Coincidence?
Sounds like Dak to me.
No, Zach Wilson's more of a punk bitch than Dak is.
Oh, man.
I despise every sports team that I root for. I hate this. Josh,
I think you need to go
let's talk about something positive.
Just
let's talk
take
about
a nap,
the Giants
some herbs,
or something.
just chill out.
Nah, I'm good.
He needs to go on YouTube and type in thunderstorms.
Yeah, just go to sleep to it, right?
Yeah, white noise.
You need to just relax.
Josh, can we talk about Franz's Giants? Because this is depressing.
Yo, did y'all actually see the news that Daniel Jones' asking price?
Nah.
He's asking for $46 million a year.
Well, Daniel Jones will not be playing football in New York.
Nah, we starting up the GoFundMe right now. I'm getting it set up.
Yeah. No. A year. Yes, Josh, a year.
Yo,
and John
DJ's wildin'.
Wait, hold on.
Mara said he's desperate to bring him back.
He's down bad. What's his vibe?
Destroy the QB market.
It will.
That would put it in shambles.
Like I talk about this $160 million, like it come out my pocket when we talk about that, bro. Don't
$46 million.
Why haven't I seen that anywhere? Where did you see that?
I'll send it.
Yeah, I need to see that
real quick. Well, let's say 5-6 years.
God,
I'm not left speechless.
$245 million,
$230 million contract. Daniel Jones.
I'm not left speechless many times on this show, but this is where because I've been giving Daniel Jones credit, he got this team to the playoffs.
Yeah,
that should be celebrated. So naturally, when you start talking about contracts, it's always the agents go overboard. Everybody, the reporters go overboard. There's no $46 million. Who's this man?
It's crazy. That's like Russ's contract, and you haven't done anything.
It's a little bit over Dak's contract.
Let him cook.
$24 million more.
Are they listening to Corey David and saying he's mid-tier Josh Allen?
Oh no.
46?
Nah, yo, something about that math is not mathing.
That's rough.
That's crazy.
That's more than Patrick Mahomes.
What?
That is more money than probably the best quarterback in the league.
I'm just that's what DJ's agent was cooking up, or DJ himself. I gotta figure out.
It has to be his agent because there's no way.
There's no way DJ uttered those words.
You want to have confidence in yourself, but there's no way.
No way.
His agent.
$46 million.
$46 million.
That's insane.
I guess that answers the question what Daniel Jones can expect to get contract-wise. Nah.
How do you even offer someone a contract after hearing that?
I'm saying.
Bro, that is insane.
He's gonna get a nice little
Houston
5 years, 190. He'll be happy with that. If you're a Giants fan, you should be happy with that. Just take your little. You threw 15 touchdowns this year.
Yeah,
15
good season. Good
You're
season.
asking for $46 million.
Well,
no. That is insane. It's not even won a game.
More than the GOAT. That's crazy.
Wow. Saquon Barkley. What do we think though?
Saquon,
throw the house down.
We got to lock him in.
Yeah,
we got to lock him in.
$46 million a year.
He's the new in terms of like personality leader on the team. He's the new. It could be Kayvon Thibodeau too, but Michael Strahan, the role that guy played for like 2 decades as a Giant. Saquon Barkley's going to be that. Like he's earned it, and we were talking about trading him to start the year, which is crazy. But he's the face of the Giants now. When you think New York Giants, you think Saquon Barkley.
Literally.
Oh, definitely.
And I say we got to lock him in because this is only the beginning too. So this O-line is going to get better. They're going to develop Neal better. Bredesen, Glowinski, they're gonna get better. Feliciano, I'm not a big fan of Feliciano, but I like Nick Gates better. But all these guys, we know the hog mollies up front be doing their thing, and they're only gonna get better. So Saquon, you gotta lock him in because he might even go crazier next year, if you ask me, if we get the right pieces. And he's already having a career year. Like, this is the most yards he's had since he's been in the league.
Right. Still only 25 years old.
Yeah,
same age as Stetson Bennett.
So we gotta bring out the Brinks. We gotta bring out the Brinks.
It's only scary because, like, running backs, they don't age well through out of contracts. So.
Honestly, you think the Jets would make the playoffs? They had Stetson Bennett.
No, Stetson Bennett's ass.
Man, I can't co-sign. Listen, nah.
Weak arm, has a terrible haircut.
Nah, you gotta.
His ears are too big.
Maybe like before every game,
Stetson.
Just put in his ears like "Go Frogs" and he'll go crazy. I'm telling you.
Now we just being mean, but
bro, that is a disgrace. Like 65 points in the national championship game. I'm glad they're going. I'm really glad they're going to a 12-team playoff format next year.
Oh, I cannot wait.
That's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be some terrible games.
College football update. So I need one. Have we heard from JJ McCarthy's dad? Because he got caught up in some pretty questionable.
What did he do?
Oh, he touched JJ McCarthy's girlfriend's ass.
Yeah.
What?
Like multiple times. Multiple times on camera.
I would have had to pack my dad up.
I ain't heard from none of them. So
nah. What?
Yeah, behind closed doors.
It's a culture thing.
With a scratch.
It's a culture thing.
When was this?
Culture.
Right, Braden?
Yeah. Must be a thing.
Stop.
Nico's canceled. Nico's trying to get canceled in 2023.
I'm stopping that in this track, yo.
Zach Wilson. You see, Zach Wilson, mom's.
Your Packers, Nico. Your Packers.
Oh, yes, football.
Yeah. Yes. So they lost a winning scenario to Detroit. Rodgers, I still haven't loaded the audio in. I'll have that for y'all tomorrow, but his press conference was like all time, like
sad.
Yeah, like depressing. And Aaron Rodgers usually sounds like that, but it was like, I didn't want to give my jersey away. I miss Devontae Adams. Bro, I don't know if I'll be back.
I watched him and Randall Cobb walk off that field, and I was just like, wow.
Oh, there were tears running down my face, Eric.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Just like
my two idols.
I can't even say nothing.
Are you still our former idols at this point? Are they your former idols?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the reason I got into football, so
fair enough.
You know what's crazy? If you look at Aaron Rodgers, like 2009 to 2014 to the guy he is now, two completely different people.
Oh yeah.
Like, he started getting into shrooms and ayahuasca and all this stuff. He's a completely different guy. He sounds completely checked out.
Ever since Olivia Munn left him.
Yeah, that's. But he got a new shorty now. Like, it's.
Oh, she fine as hell.
Yeah,
respectfully.
Yeah. So
he winning in one area of his life.
So where's the happiness? Where's the
retirement?
It's time. Get out. It's J-Lo time, baby.
What were your thoughts on the loss, like, as a whole? Like, watching it yesterday into today, how you feeling?
That first quarter, I had hope, maybe, and that it was just field goal after field goal after field goal, and I'm just like, all right, well, I told Eric, I had no faith in this team. I knew they were gonna lose. I knew it.
No.
So I didn't even watch the third quarter. I didn't watch it. I couldn't.
After the third quarter, you would have definitely thought the Packers were gonna win.
I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch that game because I knew what was gonna happen at the end. It's always been year after year of misery and sadness and disappointment ever since 2014. Brandon Bostic had one job.
I can't wait to see the words you have for Corey tomorrow.
Final thoughts on Matt LaFleur, Nico, before we get out of here?
Let him come back one more year.
Yeah.
I need to see him with J-Lo.
All right, fair enough.
I need to see.
Fair enough.
Because if it was really just Aaron Rodgers bailing this dude out year after year, then I understand. Get him out.
Incredible. 13 wins, 3 straight years, and then out of the playoffs this year. We're definitely going to get into it, like Nico said, a lot more tomorrow. But Corey's in the house, so we'll have fun with that. As for now, we'll call it a show. From Joshua Umahi, myself, in case y'all got confused by me saying my name first. Eric Williams, Nico Each, Braden Daniello, and Franz Compare. We thank you once again for listening to the voice of Nassau Community College.